In Hidden Cup, Vinchester pulled off a incredibly fast castle time alongside making navy, and everyone was kind of blown away by it. So I'm pulling it up here, and I'm going to go through the build order, and you can then find a write-up of this on my website, which will be in the description below. Okay, so watching Vinchester's point of view here, that's kind of all we're focused on. So to begin with, he drops 2 houses as normal and has a sheep lined up immediately, using the sheep he finds and his starting sheep to scout the map as much as possible. To begin with, he's going to go up to 6 on sheep, using the scout to try and find as much map information as he can. The important things for him in this one will be the boars. The second one is just here, using the scout to find the shoreline and find a couple of shorefish ready for when he places his dock soon. He's got access to woodlines, and he knows where his main gold is. And he's now found the deer with the sheep. So he's already on to the second sheep here, and with this build order, it's important to him that he only takes 3 of them. He's going to use the other 5 later on, so just going to keep them to the side for now. And as soon as the second villager pops out, he's going to start pushing in the first of his deer. So got 6 on sheep now as kind of standard build orders, and going to go up to 4 on wood. What we'll do is we'll keep the TC selected so we can see the build progress. So he's just going to finish pushing in this deer. The sheep is going to run out just as the deer arrives. Perfect timing. So pushes in 1 and goes back with the scout, but he's not going to push in another deer just yet. So he's now got the 4 on wood. He's going to send the next villager out to build a new house, and while he's doing that, he's bringing in the boar with the scout. So he's going to run under the TC with it, and jumps out with the villagers to kill it, sending 1 villager just to get that last little bit of food from the deer. While that was finishing off, a new villager came out, went out to wood, going back to push in another sheep, and another deer, and also going out to dock at the same time. This is not an easy build order. There's a lot happening throughout, lots of transitions as well from feudal into from Dark Age into Feudal Age. So yeah, we're now going to 8 on boar. And using a couple of villagers to take the deer. Now we've got a 9th villager on food under the TC, and he's just sat waiting to take the next boar with the scout again. So again, for beginners, this micromanagement of the economy, sending new villagers to woods, whilst bringing in the boar, whilst building a new house, it might be a little bit too much. The laming of the boar in itself, well, not laming, the luring with the scout might be too difficult for some beginners. But for more advanced players, this could be a very, very efficient build order. So, got 2 fishing ships out already. Just goes and collects the final 2 sheep. He's not pushing in the last 2 deer. He doesn't need them at this point. He's got 2 more villagers queued up and then loom. So he's going to go up on 20 villagers. As soon as that final deer finishes under the TC, 4 villagers out onto straggler trees, keeping 8 under the TC on the boar. So he's going to finish the food on the boar. And as soon as that runs out, he'll be able to click up. Loom's coming in now. Food's rapidly running out. We're up to 3 fishing ships. There's a 4th just on the way. And as that food runs out, Feudal Age is queued up in the TC. We then send... Right, this is where it starts to get complicated. So the dock villagers just built a house and carrying on fishing. We've sent 6 out onto wood originally, and now when we click up, we go 5 from the TC to straggler trees, including that final villager. That went straight to stragglers. Then we send 6 from the TC to a new lumber camp. The rest, as soon as that ball finished, all go out to straggler trees here. So now there is no one under the TC taking any food. One villager then goes to build a couple of houses. He's just going to change the location just to make it a little bit better for his wall off. 4 of those villagers on straggler trees then go to gold. So we've still got 2 on stragglers. We've got the 1 villager on shorefish, 4 fishing ships, and a total of 12 between the 2 lumber camps. So 1 villager from the straggler trees now goes across to build a new dock, but in order to maximize efficiencies and timings, this villager is going to go to the shorefish, whilst the previous one on shorefish goes and builds the new dock. Villager now goes, the final villager from straggler trees now goes to gold as well, so we've now got 5 on gold, 13 on wood. The villager that finished the house goes on to wood just for the time being, and as soon as we get into feudal age, I'm going to drop a blacksmith straight away. So we got 6 on food because that new villager is going to take shorefish as well. 4 of our fishing ships and 2 fishermen. There comes the blacksmith now, and one of the villagers from wood is going to go to start walling up around the map just in case of a landing. So it drops us down to 11 on wood for the time being. New villager, the first new villager in feudal age goes straight out to shorefish. And as soon as the blacksmith completes, we're going to research fletching. We did get double bit axe as soon as we hit feudal age. And the docks are now producing galleys. So these galleys are going to loop around the island and ideally try to snipe fishing ships. But priority should be to try and mass up as much as possible. So the blacksmith villager now goes straight back onto wood. So we're up to 10 on wood because we've sent 2 from this lumber camp to build a mill. All of the new villagers at the moment are collecting from sheep. So we've still got 5 on gold. The villager that was walling the front is now going to go on to wood. Oh no, still walling, sorry. My apologies. When it finishes walling, it will go on to wood here. So we've got 5 on sheep under the TC now. On wood, so just shifting the villagers around to again keep them efficient either side. The galleys are here with fletching. They should be able to micro away from the fire galleys. We are up to 6 on sheep, and now one of those villagers goes across and starts building a new house. I haven't been able to keep track of all the houses through this because there's quite a lot going on, so again it just is a case of keeping an eye on your population, adding houses when you start to get close. You are producing from 3 buildings, so you will need to keep an eye on your population. As soon as that house villager finishes, it's going to go build the market, adding up to 7. Now we'll go to an 8th in just a second on sheep. And with that 8th villager, we will be in a position to click up. The crazy thing about this build order for me is Vinchester is Italians. So he has done this with... so we send 1 more to gold now, as we've got 8 on sheep, up to 6 on gold, and 11 on woods. So he's done this with Italians, but he's waited until he had exactly the amount of food and gold. So 800 food, 200 gold, like normal. So they didn't click up early. Ended up with a little bit of idle time on the way to Castle Age, just while he waited for the market to finish. But it's just an incredible build. He's 15 minutes and he's on the way to Castle Age is going to be 1712 by the time he gets there. We will just keep going for a little bit. So we just researched gold mining upgrade, and those villagers on sheep, as they finish, are all going to go to straggler trees for now, sending a load out to the lumber camps. So we are going to end up with 18 villagers, 19 villagers on wood for the time being. And this is going to be to save up for the a new TC on reaching Castle Age, as well as a few upgrades at the same time. So you can see we're a minute out from Castle Age, plenty of food, plenty of gold ready for upgrades for the ships. Wood income is on the go. We haven't sold any stone. We built the market just as our second building, but no resources have been sold, so there's still potential to drop town centres. A couple of the villagers, as the shorefish run out, going to come across the berries. There's still the 2 deer, so again, that's another opportunity to drop a town centre and have some nice quick food collection once done so. So we've now got plenty of wood. Now here, on reaching Castle Age, Vinchester straight away gets Bodkin. He has the resources to go for fast ballistics. That could be an option here and would give him a slight edge in each of these fights. Instead, he's going to run away from this small fleet with those ones, bring these round and try to clean that up. Adding in a town centre now. So going for a real eco approach. And we are going to end the recording there because there's too many variables now. Like here, Vinchester's adding in a few more fire galleys. He's added in a third dock down the side. So it's a lot more situational now. But being less than 18 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes ahead of your opponent to feudal age, to Castle Age, is incredible. Whilst he's been able to mass ships the whole time. So he's down 3 galleys. Fine. He's going to have Bodkin for 2 minutes in advance. He's going to have war galleys much sooner. This is a really, really strong war to build. And I was very keen to get it analysed. Okay, so if that was of interest to you and you want to kind of follow it a little bit better, I will be uploading this to my website as well. You can find a link in the description below. And if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord again. There's a link below. And you can join in with the community and chat with us. Yeah, cheers.